Well, I think it changes, but usually it starts from me sensing that there is something that I notice in life but cannot express in words. I think it always have to start from some kind of an enigma or mystery. Well, I think I write stories mostly to comfort myself, to make myself believe that one can win in this constant struggle. So I think that when I take my readers to a very tough place and then offer them some optimism, I go with them on the same trip. I'm broken and shattered as much as they are, and I just need uh, I just need some drop of hope in it also. Life and stories will be bearable. Well, I think that writing is much more intuitive and easy for me. Uh, but what I like in working with cinema is the collaborative effect. The idea is that I work with an actor or a cinematographer, that they bring their own word, and together we can have something that is more than what I could have brought myself. I like when I do films. I like to very much to collaborate with my wife. Uh, but for example, in our last project, the one that is showing today in the Cinemateca, then the main actor, a French actor called Mathieu Amalric, he had a huge input on the story itself just by the choices he made when he acted. So I think that if there's something that I like in writing stories is that I know it's 100% mine, that what I want is on the page. And what I like about films is that I know that it's not 100% mine, that it's just part of me and part of other people mixed together, creating something that I could have never created on my own. Well, it's funny, but the story came from an image that once I had a flu and I had a fever, and in this image I saw this ripped tent, that I'm like lying on the floor and I see this ripped tent, and through the ripped tent I can see the clouds moving in the sky, and it was really like a very powerful image, but I didn't know what it's connected to. And uh, and then I had a very serious car accident in which I almost died. And in the car accident, I couldn't help having this idea that I see my life or myself from a vantage point. It was as if I was in the car, but I could see myself from the sky, and I could see, the car and the other cars moving and the entire world. So this idea of this ripped hole that I saw from the bottom, and this point of view that I had when I had the car accident, I thought I can connect both of them. And I think that for me this is really a story about writing, because when you write you take a risk. It's like being shot off a cannon, but what you gain is that you have a perspective of your own life that you never had before. You can see your life both like as an insider outsider. You're both in them, but you also kind of perceive them from the outside. My mother died uh, 4 months ago, 4.5 months ago, and I think that all the time that she was ill, and of course, and then even now, I found it very difficult for me to read, because I think that there is something about reading that it demands some kind of a generosity from you. You are opening your heart and you let somebody else's thoughts and idea in. And I think right now my heart is closed. I hope it will open soon and I'll be. So the first story I've ever written is Pipes, the title story of this book, and I think that for me it was a huge discovery because I've never written anything before that. So I always have a grateful place in my heart for the story because it taught me that I can be a writer. I think that the most important thing for any person that writes is that he will find a way to find joy in his writing. I think that we many times grew up on the myth that writing is some kind of a painful and suffering actions that you do for the next generation or something. But I think that if you write just trying to achieve some goal, you will never be able to write for long periods in your life because it will be too difficult. The only way you can keep writing all the time is if you find a way to be happy with the process itself.